Welcome to the Better Off Bonus Call of the Week. We're sponsored by Betterment, the smarter way to invest your money. If you'd like to get on the air live, ask your financial question, it's really easy. Just send us an email. Ask Jill at betteroffpodcast.com. Mark will arrange all the details. We'll get you on the show. 2 chances every single week. Tuesday, we do the bonus episode, and then on Thursdays, the longer show. And don't forget, you can subscribe and download our show anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or you can always go to betteroffpodcast.com. All the links are right there. Today, we're going to be talking to Joe in Arizona. Hey, Joe, welcome to Better Off. What can I do for you?
Thanks, Jill. I wanted to call and talk to you about a couple things, honestly. I'm thinking about a possible career switch, and I've loved the show so much. I'm thinking about possibly investing in a program to become a CFP.
Oh, that's fabulous. That is so great. So do you have any background in financial stuff?
I really don't.
Okay.
I'm a recovering engineer who ended up getting involved in church work, so I'm currently a youth minister.
Oh, my gosh.
But the spreadsheets and the counseling aspect that I've actually developed those skills as a youth minister and a spiritual director, I think will serve me well.
That is absolutely a brilliant idea, actually, because I think you're right. I mean, when you look at what the job of a financial advisor and a certified financial planner, it's sort of a little left brain, right brain, right? On one hand, you really do have to be a great listener and be willing to hear the things that people actually aren't even saying to you. That's one part of it. On the other part, you have to have the background. You have to, I mean, not that it's so hard. Frankly, after doing engineering, I think that you will find that anything in the financial world is going to be pretty easy for you, really. I mean, I don't want to make it sound simple, but I mean, compared to an engineer, you're not going to really get thrown off by the time value of money. So that's a wonderful combination. How old are you, and what else is going on in your life?
Well, I just turned 29, and I've actually only been doing my current work for about a year now, because last summer I moved in with my girlfriend, the love of my life.
Oh, nice.
And it's a rather unique situation. So she happens to be a financially independent opera singer.
Hold on. I'm in love with her myself. She is let me just repeat that. She is a financially independent opera singer. That's fantastic. So is that why you sort of feel like you don't have to work no, I shouldn't say that. Is that why you feel like you can take the risk of making a career change?
Well, it's already been such a blessing because I was working fairly interesting but administrative 9 to 5. And then when I moved in last summer, it started the process of giving me the flexibility to do a little bit more ministry work on those set of skills. And it's been great, and it would also be wonderful to have the flexibility to do some work where I didn't have to be tied to a given location and could travel with her for 6 weeks to do a show.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So a few different things that I think to keep in mind.
Sure.
You should start getting familiar with the CFP board's website. Now, there's 2 different sites, which is funny. There's more of like a consumer-facing site, which is letsmakeaplan.org, which is very helpful just to kind of give you an idea of the kinds of things that the board is putting out there for people, right? So you get familiar with some of the big issues. But to become a CFP professional, you go to cfp.net. And that is where you're going to start to learn some of the basics. There's coursework that has to be completed. Mark's doing that right now. So he's not just a producer. He's attempting to become a CFP professional. So there's coursework. Then there is, on top of that, there's also some ethics stuff, and there is a big exam that you have to take, and then there is professional experience. Mark, that's the part that kind of stymies you, right? That because you can't do because he does have a full-time job.
That was going to be my big question, too. especially as someone who's not coming from within the financial industry and doesn't necessarily want to work at a big firm.
Yeah.
How would I get that experience?
Well, I think that what you can, first of all, there are some great resources with the CFP board. So depending on where you end up, you will be someplace where there's going to be a CFP in town. I remember so I am still a CFP, but when I had a business, we would take interns. And we would start bringing people in. And from that internship, we actually hired people. So it's a really good way to, again, entry-level job. You're just trying to get your foot in the door. And for the big barrier for people who are really trying to become CFP professionals is that it does take quite a bit of time. You don't make a ton of money early on. You have a great upside, but it takes a while to ramp up. But you don't have that. You actually have a lot of flexibility. So the way that you would find that professional experience is that, you'd kind of try to work the network of whatever town you're in. And there's always a local chapter of a financial planning association. And you use the CFP board itself because, listen, everybody's always looking for good people. And I think, like you said, you have this really fascinating combination of skills that would really be useful as a CFP professional. So I think that depending on where you are, right, in your life, you find out where those people, who the CFPs in your neighborhood are in the city where you are. You contact them, you tell them the story, and you start applying for jobs. And then you get your foot in the door. Because, again, you don't have to be a CFP to work for a CFP. You're just trying to get experience. And you don't have to go to a big, huge wirehouse to get that experience. You can go to a more customized servicer and be able to learn what they do and apply the knowledge that you're gaining in your coursework. And then hopefully in the next 3 or 4 years, that's where you find yourself. Hey, I'm a CFP and maybe you join an existing firm or start your own.
Wonderful.
All right.
Yeah, I've already looked into it, and there's a local university that has both online and in-person courses. So I intend to mix and match.
Good for you. Mark's doing the in-person. I did everything self-study but I did mine 150 years ago. But I encourage you to do it, and I want you to keep in touch with us and tell us how it's going, okay?
Wonderful. Do you have time for one more question?
Of course.
Well, the other aspect of it, with my partner being more financially independent and it being inherited money, she has some baggage and some fear around it that I never had because I never imagined myself being in this situation. So I don't know how to approach helping her understand her position better. And I think she's with some big, more investment brokers that I think are probably taking good advantage of her.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I think that what I would do is I'd be very careful because for you, it's important that you are kind of giving her the space to explore her relationship with money without feeling like a know-it-all, or horning in on this thing. But I would encourage you to say to her, maybe you should be talking to somebody else. Maybe we should be looking for a CFP professional for you, honey, and someone that feels like that you feel more comfortable around, and someone who can help you become more educated about what this money represents, how you want to manage it, and honestly, for her to really embrace how lucky she is without the emotional baggage that it brings with it. And that's hard to do, but I think a really good CFP professional is quite equipped in being able to make that happen.
Fabulous.
All right. So do that. And then if you have a problem finding somebody for her to talk to, shoot me a note. Just send me an email to askjill@betteroffpodcast.com. And let's maybe we can follow up a little bit and be able to help you find someone wherever you guys are next or where you think you're going to be for some period of time. And maybe I can even refer her to somebody.
That would be fabulous, Jill.
All right.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You have a great day, and I'm so excited for you. It's really fantastic. I really think this is a great opportunity, so I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks so much. I love the show, and I really appreciate you taking my call.
Oh, my pleasure. Take care. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too, Jill.
Okay, that's a wrap of our Better Off bonus question of the week. If you've got a question, it's simple. Send us an email at askjill@betteroffpodcast.com. We'll arrange to get you on. And don't forget, in just a couple of days, there's a brand new episode of the Better Off Podcast sponsored by Betterment. Talk to you then.